homes, and while I'm really sad I can't be seeing you all in person today, I am still hopeful we will be able to meet up again next summer. We continue to be super proud of your year group, and it was a tough job, as always, to choose the prize winners for this evening. There are so many achievements, it was impossible to acknowledge them all. But you will always have a special place with me. As well as being proud of you all, I will remember what a lot of fun your year group were. I genuinely enjoyed being your head of year and spending time with you all. Mrs. Hill and I have been planning for many weeks how we would be able to present to you this year when it became clear we couldn't have you all in school. We decided we would turn up and surprise the winners at their homes. However, coronavirus threw its last curveball at me for your year group. Instead of presenting prizes, I was at the COVID testing station. Typically bad timing, however I have loved seeing the videos of the presentations and reading the citations. Tissues may have been required. I hope you enjoy seeing some of your teachers and peers again in this short presentation. All the very best to you all, have a lovely Christmas break, and please do keep in touch.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Charter's presentation evening. My name is John Fletcher and I am the new head teacher here at Charter's School. This evening is all about celebrating the achievement and hard work of our Year 13 students last year. It was an unusual year, I think we'd all say, for everybody involved in education, but particularly for students who are now 18 and have left us and have moved on to university or to work placements or higher level apprenticeships. It was a peculiar end to a 7-year career either at Charters or 2 years here because you were at another school before you joined us. But education here at Charters, and of course wherever you've gone on to, will continue and we will continue to work as best we can to provide the best possible education for the students that we have here. I'm sure you have lots of fond memories about your time here at Charters and around our ethos of unity, respect and excellence. And I'm sure that's set you up in good stead, ready for a time when you can be out in the world again, helping other people and being actively involved within our community or other communities in which you will live and work. Now, the staff here at Charters are very creative and they've done a few things to make this presentation evening as exciting as we possibly can, given the circumstances in which we are working. That's enough from me. You're going to hear from staff that you do know now, including Mr. Pilgrim, who very much wanted to be part of this evening as well. So I'd like to wish you all the best, and I do hope you keep in contact with us, and I do hope you have fond memories of your time here at Charters. Thank you.
It's a pleasure to be asked to send a message to you all after your first few months away from Charters. I do hope you're all well and looking forward to being with your families this Christmas. In the decades to come, when people ask you what you were doing in 2020, you won't need much reminding. We were the year that we had our exams cancelled, I hear you saying. But everyone will have their own stories to tell, their own hardships to endure, and if the past has taught us anything, it is to have the resolve to look forward to brighter times ahead. And this is especially true now that there is an ever-growing beacon of light at the end of the tunnel. I think it's especially important at this time to recognise the trust we place in science and knowledge to yield solutions to global problems. It's a pity that important technological breakthroughs often have their origins in conflict of one sort or another, in order to give one side an advantage. But here and now, the sharing of knowledge in the face of adversity, I believe, gives us great hope. The pace at which our understanding has developed has been staggering. Witnessing organisations presenting a united front and working together across the globe, I feel has been uplifting and augurs well for a determined campaign to halt the effects of global warming, which will affect all our future lives. Closer to home, I can only say thank you to the teams of people who have worked tirelessly for months on end in preparation of the school site to keep us all safe. I'd like to record my grateful thanks to my colleagues who in the spring and summer worked so hard to give you the best opportunities for success, whether that be through personal contact and support, delivery of online teaching programmes or formulation of your final grades. These were uncharted waters for us all, and I know that you and your parents were pleased with our endeavours to keep life as normal as possible. I also want to pay tribute to you as a year group. You stayed committed and focused until the end of term, and that does you, your tutors and the whole sixth form team great credit. I should like to add my congratulations to all those students that received well-deserved cups and awards, and to Miss Coombs and Mrs Hill for distributing them. You'll soon be able to put this episode behind you, and don't forget the 6.5 great years that preceded it. I certainly intend to adopt this principle, for when I announced my retirement after 36 years at Charters back in the summer of 2019, who could have guessed what would happen? I have been privileged to have had a part to play in your upbringing, and that will stay with me forever. So good luck, be filled with optimism, and most importantly, stay in touch with your friends and with us. Best wishes to you all.
The winners of the Charters School Jubilee Subject Prizes are as follows. Art, Jada Lee. Biology, Zachary. Business, Libby. BTEC Business, Victoria. Chemistry, Cicely. Computer Science, Peter. Dance, Isabel. Economics, Sam. English Language and Literature, Sarah. English Literature, Ben. Film Studies, Damla. French, Stephanie. Further Maths, Sebastian. Product Design, Graphic Products, Grace. Geography, Jan. History, Jack. Maths, Esther. Media Studies, Abigail. Music, Leah. Music Technology, Lauren. PE, Amelia. Philosophy and Ethics, Lily. Photography, Maximilian. Physics, Lucas. Psychology, Amelia. Sociology, Daniel. Spanish, Maria. Performing Arts, Kathleen. EPQ, Isabella. Congratulations to you all. The prizes for academic excellence at A-level are awarded to Zachary, Oliver, Grace, Sebastian, Sam, Edward and Lucas. Very well done to you all.
Good morning! Boo, surprise!
Hi.
It's presentation evening this evening and we can't do it.
Oh no.
Because we can't have you here, but we are still doing our presentation evening, so I'm here to award you a cup.
Oh, thank you.
Amy dedicated her school and sixth form life to the creative and performing arts. A highly talented student in acting, dancing and singing. Amy took part in several school musicals as lead roles. For example, Jan in Grease, and during year 13, Belle in Beauty and the Beast, in which she shone as an outstanding performer. Her commitment, maturity and leadership in extracurricular activities was exceptional and made her always a joy to work with. This extended to her BTEC Performing Arts and A-level dance courses, where she gave 100% effort. Amy is now studying at Chichester on the Triple Threat Musical Theatre degree, and I cannot wait to hear of her future success, and I'm sure we'll see her on the West End stage in years to come. Congratulations, Amy.
The Westby Cup was donated by the parents of a previous head boy and is awarded for excellence at A-level across all subjects. It is always difficult to choose one winner for this cup, and this year has been no different. The recipient of this cup is described as committed, focused and capable. Achieving an A-star is no mean feat, and to gain the 4 you've been predicted by your teachers is truly amazing. This modest student worked hard across all subjects, devoting time to explore subject matter beyond the curriculum and enjoying all the demands and challenges presented. Her teachers describe her as dedicated and enthusiastic and an absolute joy to teach. She is a true role model to inspire the younger students within the school, showing perseverance and determination, and exhibiting all the attributes of our school motto. The worthy winner of the Westby Cup is Grace Dowling.
Shoes on, is that alright?
fine. I'll come up and then I'll go back down again.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much.
Well done.
The Parker Cup was donated by former head teacher Martin Parker and is presented for outstanding achievement in English literature. The winner of this cup has been described as a dedicated student of literature who demonstrated a considerable natural flair for the subject, as well as a keen analytical ability and enthusiasm for critical exploration. She provided thoughtful and insightful points to discussions and demonstrated a depth of knowledge well beyond that of a sixth form student. She is described by Mr. Valente as one of the strongest, most talented students that he has ever taught. A true delight to have in lessons, not only because of her aptitude for language, but for the formidable approach she took to enhancing her knowledge base. An exceptional student who is truly deserving of this award. The winner of the Parker Cup is Grace Dowling.
On his retirement, and it's for outstanding achievement in English literature.
The Anna Dingley Prize for Endeavour was donated by a former student and was awarded to someone who has shown innovation and independence, the drive to do something different. Sam is described by his economics teacher as an excellent role model with a common sense approach to life, and he could very quickly grasp important matters and the impact they would have. I too had the pleasure of teaching him modern British history for 2 years, and every lesson he would display incredible enthusiasm, wit and a keen attention to detail. Sam has a razor-sharp mind, coupled with an independence of thought and an uncanny ability to share his views in a polite, considerate but persuasive manner. Although he is a keen bowler at cricket, I would definitely describe him as a talented all-rounder who is always prepared to argue for what he believes in with a drive to do something different. I have no doubt that he will have a very successful future, such is the scope of his varied talents, whether it be working with disabled students, writing prize-winning economics essays, or presenting to his tutor group about the impact of austerity on society. Sam has that rare gift of being able to be fiercely independent, but also humble and engaging with all students and staff who either do or do not share his interests, whether it be economics, politics, Man United or Good Morning Britain. He is an incredibly impressive student who is innovative and kind, with an incredible work ethic, who has made a huge impact during his time at Charters, and I look forward to hearing about his inevitable successes in the future. Well done.
Sam has that rare gift of being able to be fiercely independent but also humble and engaging with all students and staff who either do or don't share his interests, whether it be economics, politics, Manchester United or Good Morning Britain. He is an incredibly impressive student who is innovative and kind, with an incredible work ethic, who has made a huge impact during his time at Charters, and I look forward to hearing of his inevitable successes in the future. This prize is awarded to Sam.
Thank you very much.
There
Thank
you are.
The James Jolly Cup is donated by a former student who believed that academic endeavour should be rewarded. This year's winner of the James Jolly Cup is described by his tutor as a quiet and totally unassuming young man with considerable compassion for others. He was the most polite and courteous student with excellent attendance and effort grades. This student is also identified as a very hard worker with great resilience. His chosen degree in sociology and social policy is clearly a very apt choice. During discussions within his tutor group, he would often offer opinions which were the result of observation and reflection. Most interestingly, the male winner of this award was initially nominated by a teacher who does not actually teach him. He has been working with the geography department, completing a range of resources for the department, from card sorts to posters. He has organised and run revision sessions for Year 11 students at break time. He often responds to requests from the students as to the topic to be covered and is always well prepared for each session.
The Year 11 students and the Geography Department are all extremely grateful for the support offered. He was also nominated by Mrs Mitchell for his work with the Year 10 students in their PPEs acting as a scribe. The winner of the James Jolly Cup, reading Sociology and Social Policy at the University of Bath, is Daniel.
The David Cross Cup was donated in memory of a former student and is awarded for service to the sixth form. The winner of this award was nominated by the sixth form team as someone who could be relied upon to get things sorted. She was unflappable, enthusiastic, and could galvanise others to join her in whatever she was organising. She was part of the team organising the year group sports event and was a brilliant host at the Senior Citizens Party. When putting the nominations together, everyone has mentioned how great she was, talking to the visitors on the day and ensuring things were well organised before the event. Mrs Payne and Mrs Harbord both said if you wanted something doing, she would be the one to ask. She had many commitments, both in and out of school, and still managed to maintain a fantastic work ethic and focus on her studies. Her progress reports were always fantastic and she was a genuine pleasure to teach. The winner of the David Cross Cup for service to the sixth form is Izzy Chesson.
Because we can't do presentation evening, but you have won this cup. So I'm going to read my citation to you and then present you with this cup. So, and your citation's on the back and your certificate. Thank you.
Well done.
Congratulations.
Leah is an extremely conscientious student who was thoroughly committed to her studies. She excelled at everything she did, but was in particular a very talented musician. Alongside her A-levels and her musical studies, she found the time to volunteer and run a variety of musical ensembles. Leah established and directed the school woodwind ensemble, producing her own arrangements for the group. She also directed the choral scholars and participated in a large number of school ensembles, including the orchestra and chamber choir, and playing for the recent school musical. She devoted a huge amount of her time to the music department and to supporting younger students with their music, establishing herself as a strong role model. Leah was always very polite and friendly and was a pleasure to have in her form. She is thoroughly deserving of this award and we wish her all the best for the future.
Hello! Oh my god! Surprise!
The Colin Bailey Cup is presented each year in memory of a former parent, governor and associate staff member of Charters School. It is awarded to a student who has been an inspiration to others, something that truly epitomises the recipient of this award tonight. Whilst instinctively more reserved when she joined the sixth form, our winner quickly involved herself in all aspects of school life. An integral part of the senior team, she was a superb ambassador, acting as a school guide for prospective staff and parents throughout Year 12 and 13. We were always happy to use this person as the face of the school, often being first to volunteer, including at important promotional events such as the sixth form open evening. Her selfless willingness to support others extended to those subjects that she was most passionate about. While studying A-level French, she volunteered her time for the students lower down the school, acting as a coach to Year 11s in support of their speaking examination. This mature and sensitive attitude was also highlighted on a trip to Montpellier, where she not only made the most of every opportunity, but won the hearts of the families she stayed with. Though a talented student of history, her real academic passion was reserved for psychology. Her EPQ demonstrated this most clearly as she was able to explore her personal interests in mental health systems, a topic which not only drew upon extensive research, but from the volunteering she undertook with the organisation Working Mind. At a time when young adults are under increasing pressure in society, offering her own time to support others in this way typifies the tenacity, resilience and inspirational attitude of our award winner. It should also be noted that the recipient of this award always used her sense of humour to good effect. One record on class charts was curiously awarded for understanding satire, whilst Mr. Deshi fondly recalls her most excellent quote for the yearbook of "Where's your lanyard?", a phrase frequently heard across the corridors of the sixth form common room. In putting together this citation, I was drawn by the comments of her French teacher, who said of her, "She's not only an inspiration to other students, but also to the staff who were lucky enough to teach her." Having personally been fortunate enough to also teach our award winner, I can only echo the comments of Miss Stock. Of course, she gained outstanding results in 2020, 2 A grades in French and psychology, as well as a B grade in history and her EPQ. It is of no surprise that our winner chose to study psychology at degree level, starting at the University of Southampton in September this year. As one of my former tutees, it is therefore a personal highlight to say that the Colin Bailey Cup for 2020 is awarded to Stephanie Seeger.
Thank you so much.
Quite an essay, there we are. Congratulations, 1 cup.
Thank you so
Bravo.
much.
Oh, it's me! Oh my god! Hello! Come along. Oh my god! Hello! Presentation evening should happen next week on Thursday, and we can't do it because we can't get you in school. So we decided we'd do presentation evening anyway. So I'm here to present an award to you.
Okay.
The Mills Trophy was given to the school by Sylvia Mills, a former deputy head teacher, and is awarded for outstanding service to the school, and it's our penultimate award. There can be no better recipient of the Mills Trophy this year than Charlie Holden. She's one of those students who possesses that rare balance of warmth and kindness with a steely edge to make sure that things get done. Her generosity of spirit was often commented upon by her teachers. Mrs. Stevenson, Charlie's tutor, said that her radiant, genuine smile could brighten up any room. And I believe that the greatest service a student can give to the school is to become outstanding in terms of role model, so that younger students might say, I want to be like that one day. On so many fronts, Charlie was simply magnificent, academically excellent through hard work and ambition, a determined and successful coach and athlete competing at the highest levels, and a natural leader as demonstrated in her role as head girl. I'd particularly like to record my personal thanks to Charlie for undertaking the many and varied tasks associated with this post so professionally. Her peers recognised in Charlie the importance of showing empathy and of being a good listener. They developed trust in her and respected her judgments. And in this most challenging of years, that aspect of Charlie's character shone through and helped to make the end of year 13 memorable for the right reasons. Charlie's long-standing aim was to pursue a career that allowed her to help others to overcome injury or debilitating illness. This was affirmed last year when she saw at first hand in Malawi and Zambia many people who were nutritionally deprived and witnessed the reality of malnutrition and poverty. Closer to home, she's consistently demonstrated an ability to enrich those around her and to inspire confidence in others from a variety of age groups. It's therefore very fitting that she's now reading physiotherapy at Nottingham University and is paving the way for a career perfectly suited to her. It's a pleasure to award the Mills Trophy for outstanding service to the school this year to Charlie Holden.
I was not expecting this.
It's your trophy.
Thank you. Oh, thank you. Mum.
And finally, the Peyton Cup. The Peyton Cup originates from a visit made by Her Majesty the Queen to the school in 1962 and is awarded to the student who has embodied those things which we wish to instil in every one of our students, our aims, our values and our aspirations for the future. The winner of this cup personifies Charter School and is the school's premier award, the greatest accolade that we can bestow. The winner will have his or her name added in perpetuity to the list of previous Peyton Cup holders in the main hall. This year of all years, the school needed outstanding leadership from the student body. We needed soundness of judgment, flexibility, initiative, articulacy, humour, good character, and above else a determination that the future will be bright. It is to his great credit that we found no shortage of all of these attributes in our head boy, Jack Jones. Mr. Deci was spot on when he described Jack as an absolute role model student, a great head boy. It was a pleasure working with Jack. He always acted with candour and integrity, never dodging difficult issues, but through his calm temperament and growth mindset, finding solutions and taking people with him. Jack is impressive in his knowledge of current affairs. His common sense approach to many thorny issues stands him in good stead for a career in politics, or perhaps even the diplomatic service. Always keen to focus on the bigger picture, his year group quote gives sage-like advice: "Don't ever miss the forest for the trees." Jack's history teachers, Mr. Metzen and Mr. Cook, write that he possesses an inquisitive mind and an attention to detail which shines through in the developed analysis, which is always evident in class debates and written work. Jack is a student who is able to eloquently challenge the opinions of his teachers, as well as confidently presenting his own research on a variety of topics. Jack is an academic thoroughbred and a born leader. Exeter University's History Department are lucky to have him. Jack has been a pleasure to know and is a very worthy winner of the Peyton Cup 2020.
Hello. Good morning, Jack.
Hi, how are you?
I'm fine, thank you. How are you?
Yeah, I'm good, thank you.
Presentation evening should happen next week, and we can't do it.
Oh no.
Because we can't have you on site. So we've come to present to you today anyway because you have won an award.
Oh, thank you.
So I'm going to read the citation to you and then present, okay?
Okay.
Right.
Thank
Woo!
you.
So I'm going to give you that.
Thank you very much.
And then I'm going to give you the cup. And then I'm taking the cup back.
Yeah.
There you are, my lovely.
Feels amazing. Thank you so much, guys.